So, you think you're untouchable?
Word life.
Hello all, and this is actually me doing a non-review video. Imagine that. Yes. So let's get started. I was fiddling around on the internet today and came across 411 Mania, which I go to pretty much every day, and JD Dunn put up his list of his top 10 matches of 2007. Thought I would take a gander. I did, read through, didn't agree with everything, not going to agree with everything. It's his opinion, it's what he likes. I would have rated things a little differently, but hey, what you going to do? Then I started reading in the comments, because now on 411 Mania you can comment the articles. And when doing that, I was shocked. I was perplexed. And I realized that all the John Cena haters in the world are about to have their worst nightmare realized. Because you see, I'm curious at how they're going to do this. Because by all accounts, if you follow wrestling and if you follow the news sites and you know how, and you kind of see where they're going, it's pretty apparent that John Cena is going to get a lot of love this year when it comes to year-end reviews. I mean, we're talking a lot of love, people. Probably he's going to be called Wrestler of the Year by more than a few. He's going to probably have a couple of matches that are in the top 5. I can think of one right off the top of my head that a lot of people probably stick in the top 5. Among numerous other accolades. And yet, the John Cena haters will still have their blind hatred. Their blind, oh my god, it's John Cena, he's the worst wrestler ever to live. So I'm just curious of what they're going to do. This is going to be fun. This is going to be exciting. To sit there after news site after news site after news site does their year-end reviews, and John Cena keeps getting, mentioned or wins. Probably wins Wrestler of the Year. Or there's more than, there's 2 or 3 in the top 10 of Match of the Year. What exactly they're gonna do? Just curious. I'm shocked because reading the comments were amazing to me, to be completely honest. I mean, we're talking, there was stuff that was said that made me go, dear God, what's wrong with these people? Let me elaborate. Just let me elaborate. We get down to, let's see, where is that one? That one's, 3 Cena matches in the top 10. Epic fail. That's right, epic fail. A guest, of course, posted that. Most of this was by guests because heaven forbid somebody who's actually registered to the site actually say some of this stuff. They can hide behind the thing. But it was all sorts of that. There were people saying there was too much ROH on the list, which, you know where that's coming from. That there's just, it's amazing. I'm gonna have a link because people need to read this. I just can't fathom some of this. This is funny. A lot of this stuff is just freaking funny, and it just makes me go, what is wrong with these people? Because it's insane. It's insane that people have that much hatred for John Cena that they just can't get over the fact of it. That it's just like, how can you even have one of his matches in the top 10? Maybe because he was in part of 3 matches this year that would arguably should be in the top 10. That's a possibility. The fact that as guys were falling left and right in the WWE due to injury and other things, John Cena pretty much carried the company by himself. We go on and on about that. But there was also, the anti-Ring of Honor stuff about, that only, 100 people ever see Ring of Honor shows and this and that and the other, blah, 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 blah. But definitely, I just wanted to bring this to people's attention. You definitely should go check this out. He did a pretty good job on this. Like I said, I don't agree with everything he put on there. There's definitely a lack of Japanese on here wrestling. But that said, he did explain in the comments, which he did actually comment to this, that he didn't see very much Japanese wrestling this year, so he couldn't include that on his list. I think that's a good and accurate assumption. So he was basically going for the more mainstream, which he definitely could go for without question. And to all of these people and this is a question I would love to ask as far as the Ring of Honor question goes, is this. Especially a lot of the old school fans that are, let's say in their mid-20s. I'm going to call them the old school fans for what's on here because I'm one of the oldest people on here. What would these people who continually bash Ring of Honor and completely say that, how can Ring of Honor be on these lists when no one watches it? You basically have to buy the DVDs, blah, 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 to watch it. What would they have done back when the original ECW was around and you basically had to do the exact same thing? And their, matches were in top 10s. And, they had matches that were winning match of the years. Just wondering, just curious about that, because that baffles my mind, to be completely honest. It baffles my mind to know. It just baffles it. This whole thing is baffling to me, that people just hate John Cena this insanely. There's some other good stuff that's on here too. I mean, there's a bunch of threads asking why he did not include a single Undertaker versus Batista match. A lot of people questioning that. But other than that, it's pretty much let's bash John Cena, let's bash Ring of Honor. And Ari Feinstein, who is another guy on 411 Mania, who's very good, by the way. Or Bernstein. I'm sorry, it's Ari Bernstein. I'm so crazy. He had the best quote, and I thought this was great because it's exactly right. And I think a lot of people are. It's going to be weird when all the year-end rewards come around, and particularly the more established sites and the more recognized sites. And because I think it's going to be a lot of this, and this was his quote: "Cena haters, get ready to cry a river when you see 411 Mania's year-end rewards. Come to think of it, ROH haters you will also have a lot of lemons to suck on." I completely agree. I think any respectable year-end rewards thing will have some John Cena love on it. Yes, it will, and we'll definitely have lots of Ring of Honor love on it. Just so you know. So that's it. I'm out. I just wanted to bring you guys this attention. I thought it was kind of funny. I thought I'd make a real quick video about it. Long live the John Cena haters, because they are damn entertaining. That is for sure.
Let's ride.